Hi, this is 1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. And today I've got a 1v1 fight for you. This is Corvette v Corvette. This is me and Dark Owl duking it out. We'd spent the night blockading a system to stop the Empire guys from undermining, and because no Empire guys had turned up, we decided to fight each other out of boredom. This is the second duel I've had with Owl in his Corvette, and he made some tweaks from the first fight. Getting those experimental effects on his multi-cannons, changing up his railgun. I gotta say, the long-range railgun that he changed it to was a big difference maker in this one, because I think he cancelled a lot of my banks. I'm not. I was being lazy and I was just banking when he was more than 3k away, which is what I did in the first fight. And this time he was ready for that and had the long-range railgun. So I should have been more aware of what was going on. But my mistake. And to be honest, it's not a surprise I make tons of mistakes when I fight in this game. I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, a good pilot or good in PvP. I can hold my own, I can do okay, I can build a tough ship. But generally, when I build a ship, I build for silliness. And this is what happened with my Corvette. Now, in March, I set about starting to build a Corvette. It was going to be a fun project to have some 1v1s with, and then basically, forget about it. I brought it, I messaged some people challenging them to 1v1s, and then I set about building it. Now, my original plan was to do exactly what I did with my Rambo, but scale it up. Now, this presents some difficulties. One of the main difficulties is when you go over a certain weight limit, you can't modify your ship. It won't let you remove or put parts on if you get to certain weight limits. So when you get the engineering to a point, you're kind of locked in. And with an extreme build like this, it's quite awkward to then tweak things and adjust things. There are many things on this ship I would like to change and alter, but there's a few of them I just physically would have to reset the whole ship to alter. I would actually have to strip it down and start again and redo all the engineering to change the bits, but some of the bits I want to change, which is hilarious, but it's part of the extreme nature of the build. Now, my original plan was to build a meme. It was purely, there was two things I was going for. That was shields over 9,000, and I was going for weight over 3,000 tons. I'd already planned to call it Karen after one of the hens at the rescue. My other half tends to name most of my ships. I will describe what the ship does, and she picks the hen at the rescue that most fits that bill. For example, my explorer ship is Francis, the first chicken that discovered the upstairs in our previous house. My Diamondback stealth ship is called Evil, after Evil the chicken, because it's particularly evil. It sneaks up on people and attacks them. I always like to name my ships appropriately, and the Karen is a greedy hen, and so made sense for a big overweight ship that basically I'm looking to just bully people with. I'm probably not going to win a lot of fights in this, but the idea is basically lean on them, push them, and use the 4-shell cannons to push them about and try and ram them a few times with the massively stupidly overweight ship. Has it worked? Well, yes and no. I think it will be fine in a support role in a wing. It's a bit of fun, and I'm really looking forward to shooting my fellow Dark Marauders at people at high speed. Adding the speed boost of 2 huge 4-shell cannons should be really good for a giggle. Is it a good build? Well, objectively, no, it's not. As to the shield strength, yes, I achieved the meme. I definitely achieved the meme, I'll show you now. But the problem with the shields as they are is you'll see the glaring difficulty. So yes, the shields are over 9,000. So I totally and utterly achieved the meme, and that is all I was interested in. Now, max strength shields is what you go for when in any sort of ramming ship. The problem with that is obviously the thermal resistance is diabolical. I mean, when I fought Scooby, I'm just handing him bonuses to his damage, but it's worth it because I get to use this clip, and that is really all it's about.
It's over 9,000!
I mean, honestly, I'm well known for my janky, stupid builds. It's somewhat of a running joke within the Dark Marauders. The one thing you can guarantee about one of my builds is you generally don't want to ram it. There's not many of my ships that do badly in a ram battle. Let's put it that way. Even my Type 6 has rammed through an FDL or two in running away, because the shield will pop on like one ram, but it will survive that one ram, and it's just funny, a shieldless Type 6 ramming an FDL and then jumping out because it's faster than the FDL. But I'm known for stupid ship builds. I'm known for being a not very good combat pilot who uses janky rubbish and dirty tactics. I'm not particularly good. I'm not a good pilot. I'm not particularly good at PvP. I'm never going to be. And I don't really have that competitive drive in me to improve or get better. I'm basically very lazy when it comes to how I play video games. I haven't got any competitiveness left in me. All my competitiveness was drained out of me at an early age. I mean, I am by nature a very uncompetitive person these days. I used to be very competitive when I was young, and I just don't have the interest or the drive to be competitive again now. You know, I don't have that kind of ego that needs fueling or feeding on that sort of thing. You know, a lot of players in the game live or die by how good they are perceived to be by others, and I really don't care. I am happy to be really bad. It's really, really, really fun, you know, to me, to do okay and be really, really bad. That's exactly where I want to be. And so my ship builds are kind of a crucial element of that bad but fun element to my gameplay. I build ships that are stupid, over the top, quite crazy, and nowhere near the meta. I do this because it's funny, and I do this because it keeps me entertained. I like conducting the stupid experiments. I like the science behind some of the engineering and some of the stupid stuff. I like the repeated testing, the waiting for things to go wrong and overheat and kill me. You know, I've built several ships that are just, you know, are just out there a bit weird and crazy. Some of them don't see the light of day. A lot of them get built then destroyed, built then destroyed. You know, there's a lot of ships over time that I've built that are just complete failed experiments. I remember the phasing chieftain being a particularly totally and utter failure. But I have built some really, really good experiments and some things that have just really, really worked. And yeah, this was a crazy experiment. I enjoyed the building of it and the experimentation of doing it much more than I'm enjoying the combat in it. Now I'm sure I'm still going to have fun. This ship's going to be in my hangar for a long time. I'm probably going to adjust the shields because, let's face it, a little more resistance, especially on the thermal side, wouldn't go amiss. But, you know, there's a couple of people I'm happy to duel with for a bit of funsies before then, and I'm sure this ship will come in handy. With its ridiculous shields, it's stupidly strong, it's very good at ramming things, and it's got 4 shell cannons that I can use to shoot somebody at somebody else. So that's always going to be fun, and especially with planetary stuff becoming more prevalent with Odyssey coming, I'm sure there's going to be times when you want to be above someone on a planet surface blasting them into the ground with 4 shell cannons. I mean, you know, that's never not going to be funny. So I am glad that I built this ridiculous ship and took it upon myself to build something that was totally crazy, and I learned a lot from the experimentation in building this ship. There's some stuff that I did that didn't quite work, there's some stuff that I did that worked so well. I'm very chuffed with it, and you know, all in all, it's been an absolutely fun experience and experiment. You know, one of the things I've learned from this is I do find cannons really fun, and if I can get the right meld of plasmac and 4-shell cannons, I'm thinking of doing a fun 4-shell cannon plasmac hybrid build, probably a bi-weave, something like a Crate Phantom or a Crate Mark III, or maybe even a Python. And don't let Heroin Rob hear me say that, because he'll be on at me saying, yeah, the Python's amazing, get a Python, because I know he moans at me for that. But the experimentation is the side I really enjoy. But I'm going to leave you now with the rest of this fight playing out. No spoilers. Enjoy the rest of this fight if you want to. If not, just skip to the end of the video and you can see who won. Simple as that, really. I don't find big ship combat that exciting, but for those that do, I've put it all up. I did speed it up for a bit because, you know, make it a little more exciting for you. But that's all for me talking. Enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.